It's been a long off-season, but football in northern New South Wales is finally back on Bar TV Sports, and it's returned in a big way with the Air Control Heritage Cup Grand Final for 2019 here at Rockwell Automation Park, the home of the Bears. Tonight's match will see the Edgeworth Eagles facing off with the Lake Macquarie City Roosters, the home team who usually plays here, the Western Bears. They're not playing the grand final. They've just previously played against West Wallsend in the third and fourth playoff, but tonight's match should be a highly entertaining match considering how well both these sides fared throughout the pre-season tournament. They won all three of their matches and have scored a bucket load of goals, so expect a thrilling contest to decide the first piece of silverware in 2019. Thank you for joining us tonight. My name is Quentin Connors, also known as Q, and tonight I'm joined by a man who's a bit of a fan favourite, I'd say, around the Hunter football community as a player, but also as a bit of a personality. Trent Partridge, mate. Trent, firstly, welcome to the microphone for Bar TV Sports, and secondly, how do you see this one panning out tonight?
Thank you, Q. Thank you for having me. Well, we've got definitely a nice hard fixture coming up, that's for sure. My tip, I reckon, is going to be a draw come full time and go. I don't know if they're doing extra time here. Or
straight to penalties, I believe.
Straight to penalties, yeah. Well, it's going to be a tight one. In terms of key players wise, I think for Edgeworth you can't go past good old Joshy Evans and Pat Weller as the experience comes through them. Big standout for me, Lakes wise, would have to be the current Graham Jennings Player of the Year medal winner, Sam Walker.
Sam Walker. He will be big, and he's been scoring throughout the competition as well. We haven't actually got the official team sheets just yet. They haven't been finalised. We will let you know of them before kick-off today, but you would expect Sammy Walker to be playing. He's playing the other three games that he's competed in so far today. But also, Trent, you also played in this competition, as did I, earlier in the other rounds, the group matches.
Yeah.
We didn't make it as far to the knockout games, unfortunately, but we both played against these two teams as well. So you've actually come up against Lake Macquarie earlier in the competition. I mean, what was your kind of thoughts on how they went, and I guess how do you see them, combating this great edgy side?
Yeah, sure have. Versus Lakes earlier on in the year. Earlier in the year, like probably last week.
Yeah, 2 weeks ago or so.
2 weeks ago or so, yeah. Lakes, certainly since last year and since 2 years ago I've been there, they're getting stronger as the years go on. Nick Webb's obviously got a few good signings there, like with Mitch Hunter and Cameron Holzheimer, being their second year there. Honestly, yeah, in terms of when I verse them, they're just a really hard team to verse. They keep the ball really well. They know how to compact the midfield, put the pressure on, send you in the wrong direction, try and make you play backwards. So Lakes are going to be a very tough side in terms of to break down, but they love to play on the counter as well, so you can't get caught out too much. But seeing from what Edgeworth did, over the last 4 or 5 years, with how strong their defence is,
dominant.
I'm sure Zaney will have something up his sleeve, hopefully. But
well, what is interesting to note as well with Lake Macquarie, I mean, across the past 3 games, obviously the Heritage Cup's been going for about 2 weeks now. Lake Macquarie have been playing a full-strength team basically across all those games, while we've seen a lot of the other NPL sides actually playing a bit of some playing a bit of a full-strength side, some playing a bit of a youth side, so to speak, a 20s and 18s side.
Yeah, correct, yeah.
So Edgeworth especially, they've been playing at 20s, 18s, bit of first-grade players as well. Came out last week with a full first-grade squad, so they haven't been playing all too much in this competition. It's been a bit of a mix and match. So, I mean, do you think maybe potentially Lake Macquarie, considering they've just been playing with the same team for the past 3 games, while Edgeworth, a bit of mix and match, do you reckon that might come into play in tonight's match?
I think a little bit, yeah, but just in terms of how well Lakes have prepared for this game, so to speak. No matter which team Edgeworth put out, literally they could play their whole under-18 side tonight's game. It'd still be a very tough, close match. So,
as we found out at Wallsend, when we played here actually a couple of weeks ago, we versed one of their younger sides, and it's like chasing shadows, I told you earlier.
Yeah, that's exactly right. And then, I caught the game when they versed New Lambton. I'm pretty sure New Lambton played their strongest first-grade side that you could. You verse an Edgeworth, no matter what, I'd play my strongest team against them because it's always a tough battle. But even just the versatility and depth, in the whole of Edgeworth as a together club, it's unbelievable.
Yeah, and it's definitely showing through this competition, as you said. I mean, they've been playing a bit of a younger side in their first opening games, and they still haven't even drawn a match. They've won every single match coming through this competition. And for those who don't know, with this competition as well, as it has been going for the past 2 games, started off with 9 sides, 3 groups of 3. We've now gone into, obviously, the grand final, had semi-finals on Wednesday night. Obviously, Edgeworth and Lake Macquarie getting through there. Lake Macquarie beating Western in that match, and Edgeworth beating Westwallsend at Macquarie Field. So we're left with 2 now. The rules are as well, these games aren't 45 minutes long because they are typically still, I guess, trial matches in a way. It is a pre-season. It's a bit, the boys probably struggling a little bit with fitness still. So 35-minute halves with that. We're playing 20 minutes less than a normal game, 10 minutes off each half. So there's that as well, and obviously also the unlimited subs, which comes into play because you can just...
It's a massive bonus,
exactly.
isn't it?
You can have a guy sit off for 5 minutes, bring him back on again, almost just keep on subbing guys if you want to. Hasn't been seen as much, though, by some of these NPL sides because they do want to test out and really, I guess, get these guys to go with fitness, I guess. They want to be... pushing the limits in that respect. They want to be actually playing a lot more than just 70 minutes. So they need to get prepared. The season starts on the 5th of March, so we're still a couple of weeks away from their NPL season.
Yeah, before you know it, it'll just be coming around the corner. So obviously most teams are trying to get their best and strongest players as fittest and quickest and strongest as possible. So it's obviously going to happen.
Definitely. Well, I guess, but just before we come to kick off here, Trent, I guess let's talk about just quickly the upcoming NPL season, which will be on Bar TV Sports, every single game live as it has been for the past couple of seasons once again.
Yep.
And how these 2 teams, obviously we'll know a bit more as the game progresses, as we see both first grades going at it. But I guess, how do you see Edgeworth going again this season? Do you think they can go 5 straight? Is that possible?
Well, I'm tipping it now. I reckon they'll go 5 straight.
Trent Partridge has called it.
Well, just even watching a couple of pre-season games that played against the Sydney sides and stuff like that, you can just tell everyone's keen to play for the year, and it'd be making awesome amount of history for Northern New South Wales football. So
definitely,
they'll be definitely rolled up for it.
We can touch upon that a bit later on during the game, but the teams are coming out. Lake Macquarie in the yellow and blue, Edgeworth Eagles in the famous black and red. And as the boys are lining up and preparing to shake hands, we'll just go through the lineups for today, starting with the Edgeworth Eagles. Number 2, Callum Bauer. Number 13 is Dom Bazari, their maestro in the midfield. Number 10 is Josh Surelli. Number 15, Josh Evans, the captain. Number 1, Josh Lowe, the goalkeeper. Number 3, Josh Rose, another Josh. A team full of Joshes, these. Number 8, Liam Burway. Number 9 is Oliver Smith, their new signing from Brisbane Strikers. Number 5, Tyson Jackson. And number 7 is Will Bauer, their coach, Damien Zane. That is the starting lineup for Edgeworth.
Very strong lineup.
For Lake Macquarie City, number 13, Cameron Holsheimer. Number 10 is Campbell Ross. Number 3, Charles Cox. Number 8, Daniel Miners. Number 12 is Jack Diebold. Number 4 is Jaden Barber. Number 9, Mitch Hunter, who's been scoring a bucket load of goals in this competition so far. Number 11 is the captain, Sam Walker. Number 5, Sam Webb. Number 1 is Stuart Plant, the goalkeeper, the Englishman. And number 6, brother of Player of the Year, the captain, Tom Walker, their coach, Nick Webb. So, the teams have picked their ways. They will be, like Lake Macquarie, going left to right on your screens. Edgeworth obviously going the other way. It seems that Lake Macquarie will be kicking off as well.
Definitely be a very interesting contest. Just looking at both sides now, I can see a lot of end-to-end stuff happening here. In terms of how both teams set up, I wonder if Lakes are going to go a bit more defensive to see what Edgeworth can produce, or go hell for leather and go from the start. So certainly love to find out. And obviously referee today is Stephen Laurie, very good referee. Has had a lot of Hyundai A-League experience so far in the last 2 years, so wish him all the best.
The 4th official at last night's Newcastle Jets Melbourne City game, actually, and the referee of the year for the past 2 seasons in Northern New South Wales. He looks at his watch, and it is game on here. The M Control.
Oh, Sammy Walker.
Sammy Walker, a bit ambitious, trying to catch Josh Lowe a bit off his line, but no avail there.
Optimistic.
Yeah, very optimistic. Would have been a fantastic start of the game, wouldn't it? This grand final would have been one for the archives if Sammy Walker could knock that one in.
Would have been like a Walls M versus Broadmeadow, scoring from halfway in the first 10 seconds.
Ball comes into the box, but cleared away by Diebold. Bazari now, in the middle of the park. Oh, and a crushing
That is a solid
Diebold.
challenge. And he's still down. Hopefully he can get back up. Oh.
I think it's Liam Spurway down there, is it? That's not good news for Damien Zane. He's still looking a bit worse for wear. Edgeworth just putting the ball out now.
I can feel that on my leg from that challenge. That was solid.
Gingerly at the moment. And with the season starting in a couple of weeks, that is not what you want as a coach or as a fellow player for the Edgeworth Eagles.
Looks like he's got very skinny shin pads on, so that's not helping the cause.
Isn't that how they all have it nowadays, Trent?
Yeah, you know, you got to be like the pro nowadays. Yeah, another good player, like from what we said earlier from the tournament, like beginning, Mitch Hunter's been good. Like, was it 7 goals in 3 games, 4 games?
7 goals in 3 games, which is pretty unbelievable so far. Actually, half of Lake Macquarie's goals they've scored across all of the tournament, and what looks like actually Liam Spurway will be coming onto the field in number 4 for Edgeworth, Ethan Williams, one of the youngsters we talked about earlier on. Before the game kicked off, he'll be slotting, looks like, back into the middle of the park alongside Dom Bazari in there.
It could be Josh Rose, maybe. Oh, yeah, no, Josh Rose would be either a high left wing back or... Yeah, maybe he's going to left back, I'm not sure. We'll find out as it goes on.
Josh Rose, the former Central Coast man, he's taking him on. He's got a bit of space here. Can they get a ball in? No, they can't. It's going to go behind for a goal kick.
Missed cross by Will Bauer, but even against New Lambton the other day, he scored a hat-trick. He's had a good Heritage Cup pre-season, and I can see now, like this with Edgeworth, I reckon he's going to have a massive year for him. Like growing as a youngster, going into the Edgy first grade side, trying to become a regular. So all the best to him.
Strickland's going to go short to Tom Walker here. He's got a bit of pressure on him, put on by Oliver Smith.
Jaden Barber there with the missed pass.
Pete Ciarelli with the ball. A bit quick with his feet.
Yeah, quick feet.
He's keeping the ball well, but he's bashed it a little bit now. And Lake Macquarie get control of the ball. Once again, you can see both teams trying to play out from the back. We saw Stuart Plant, the goalkeeper for Lake Macquarie, going short earlier on to Tom Walker. And a good challenge there by Cullen Bauer to win the ball. And Azari with a bit of a twinkle toes in the middle of the park. He's done very well. Williams with it now. He's kept it also. Stephen Lloyd playing advantage there. A nice ball into Oliver Smith. Can he get a shot away? It's blocked. It's still alive, though.
Good defending by Tom Walker.
Now Lake Macquarie able to clear it back down the field.
Very even to start off with.
Edgeworth will be hoping to continue dominating possession as they so often do. And we've seen across the past few seasons. Josh Evans now is going to chip the ball over to another Josh. We talked about all the Joshes.
Yeah, all the Joshes in the
Eagles side.
Very experienced player, Josh Evans. I think any club in Australia would love to have a player of his calibre, that's for sure.
Well, on the NPL...
Campbell with the press.
Edgy doing very well to get out there.
Well composed.
Quite easily, you could say. Smith now, the new signing. Getting it, I think it's Jackson over there. Tidy, and he can't get the ball. It's going to dribble out for a goal kick. And both sides as well setting up pretty similarly I should say. They are looking like 3 in the middle for both sides and numbering up.
Great ball, Stewie.
Pretty well, as you said. Great ball from Stuart Plant, but not able to connect with Jack Diebold back in the middle of the park.
He's a tall boy, Jack, isn't he? How tall do you reckon he'd be, Eric? He'd easily be 6'4".
He juxtaposes Josh Rose well, doesn't he? Josh Rose, a little short, but Oliver Smith now with the ball and kicked away. I thought he might have gone out for a goal kick, but Stuart Plant keeps it in, and Davob with the ball now finds Daniel Miners playing at late Macquarie, new signing for the Roosters. Because it's Edgeworth actually only about 3 years ago. Daniel Miners, and went off to play for Valentine Phoenix, then Charlestown last season, and now he finds himself still in the Macquarie region for late Macquarie. Might be running out of clubs to play for, Daniel Miners. But hopefully he's found a home here at the Roosters. Jackson now finds Bazari. Bazari go to Williams, and Williams does well.
Ooh.
Oh, and then Nutmeg, but it's gone straight to late Macquarie still. Mitch Hunter. Miners.
Just got caught on it there, Daniel.
You don't have much time when Don Bazari's playing in the middle of the park. Now it's Ciarelli again. Ciarelli
Oh,
going
strike.
for the
Ooh.
strike. Just over the bar. Caught Stuart Plant a little bit off his line just then too.
Looked like it was going in, didn't it? Very good strike by the youngster.
He didn't leather it either, did he? He kind of just firmly grasped at it. Didn't go too hard at it, and it seemed like it didn't really have the legs to go over the bar, but to Stuart Plant's pleasure.
Good early chance for the Eagles. I'm sure there'll be plenty more of them come
Sigh of
through the game.
relief for Stuart Plant there, because he might have been scolded by Nick Webb for that one going in. It's Walker trying to link up with Hunter on the far edge there.
Sammy Walker.
Keeps the ball. Sammy Walker does well.
He's another good youngster, good signing. Little Sam Webb.
Looking for a teammate in the box there. Couldn't find it. Ciarelli now with those quick feet. And as a defender, you hate players like that running at you with the ball.
Yeah.
You can be as dangerous with the ball, though, as you can without the ball. You can see how quick he is just then. A few minutes earlier, it's Josh Evans. He's won the ball well in the middle, and now he's dribbling down the outside. He's
still going.
Exceptionally well. Lane Macquarie appealing for, as it comes back down here to Atari, and it's gone in the back of the net for Edgeworth. Advantage the Eagles. And it hasn't taken long. And Jose Atari, he has put it into the right bottom corner.
See, that's good experience for Josh Evans there. You can't give him time on the ball to travel with it. And as you can see, he's just caused a chance for the Eagles. And unfortunately, Lakes have gone down 1-0 early on in the contest.
Well, it really seemed out of nothing as well, didn't it? Josh Evans winning the ball at the back, really, in the back line, and then pushing forward. You don't usually think when a centre back's going forward that he's going to actually do anything with it. But
yeah,
great cross into the box, and Atari, he puts the Eagles in front. 1-0 to the good Edgeworth Eagles.
Lakes just need to settle now, just try and get their breath back. Don't want them getting too carried away, letting Eagles getting on a good run.
Atari getting pressured over there by Sam Webb. Nice contest over there. Tyson Jackson with it now.
He had a great year last year for the Eagles, Tyson.
Finds Smith in the box. It falls for Bauer. Bauer comes to Ciarelli. And
great save
there by Stuart Plant. Nice comeback
save
there from the Englishman after being beaten only just minutes earlier. And a thumping kick down the field. Almost landing in Josh Lowe's box. Is going to go out for a goal kick.
Yeah, Sammy Walker experience there, saving the legs early on.
This match wouldn't be about 10 minutes old, I'd say. We don't have a time in front of us, but I'd say around 10 minutes old, and the Eagles already finding the advantage in this AMP Control Heritage Cup Grand Final here on Bar TV Sports. Nice conditions as well for football. There's a bit of wind down there, but not an awful lot. Probably not enough to disrupt the game.
Yeah, considering the heat we've had this summer with everyone, this is a perfect day for football in January. No, sorry, February. I'm losing track of the time in the years now. It's getting fun now.
Well, it's almost football season.
Football season's on the way.
It's a nice little dink over the top to Mitch Hunter. Can he get a ball into the box? It's blocked there by Callum Bauer, and they're going to get a corner kick.
see what Lakes can do here. Sending the big guns forward, Tom Walker and Cameron Holzema.
Ross on the corner, sporting a bit of a different hairstyle this year, the long locks. He crosses it in. It's a good cross in the box, but no one can get onto it. It's a smash back into the box, and he has another go. And Sammy Walker's with his time, but the offside flag is up.
Yeah, Campbell's going a bit of a old school 2005 David Beckham hairstyle.
Yeah. Almost the Fernando Torres, you could say. Playing in that attacking mid position this year now as well. He spent a little bit of time there last year, not an awful lot. Played a bit further back in an 8 or 6 role.
Yeah, he got. Back. I'm pretty sure he got either it was players' player or most consistent player at Lake Macquarie in his first year last year at their presentation night. So he had a decent year.
Well, he must have been very close as well. You would think from the Northern New South Wales Rookie of the Year award that went to Finn Beasley from Adamstown, but definitely would have been a candidate.
Yeah, he would have come close, surely. Yeah, he had a very good year.
We'll be looking again in 2019 to prove on that. A lot of these Lake Macquarie boys, it is a nice mix between youth and experience. You just need some of these youth boys to start taking a bit of ownership almost of the team and start actually making it theirs. You see Sammy Walker, I mean, if you can get a guy like Mitch Hunter, who's been fantastic as the ball rolls out there for a goal kick. Sam Webb unable to keep it in, but talking about a guy like Mitch Hunter, as we said, 7 goals already in this pre-season, 7 goals in 3 games. If he can continue that form in 2019, you can just imagine the amount of goals that will bucket in with him and Sam Walker playing at the top for the Roosters. I mean, it is a scary thought, but it needs guys like that need to start stepping up around them for them to be a bit of a contender.
If they're going to be a top 4 contender this year, Lakes, then yeah, like you said, there's going to be a few more names that need to step up. That's for sure. So hopefully the likes of Mitch Hunter and Big Cameron at the centre back for him, like hopefully their experience can step up and make Lakes a good title contender, if not top 4 contender.
It's Barber. So Macquarie trying to settle down.
Edgeworth playing very compact at the moment. Dom Bazari with the pressure.
Swung out to Webb. He's going to knock it down the line at Sammy Walker, but
just
that's
a bit too much.
Too many.
The idea's right.
And that's one interesting thing as well about this field here at Western. It is one of the more wider pitches of NPL sides, or one of the more wider pitches in Newcastle and Hunter in general. And if you can really utilise that width, you can get a few holes opening up across the field. But
that's one of the good things about Bear Park. No matter what, usually a boring game, you're always going to get chances. Yeah, that's for sure.
As we've seen already a goal as Will Bauer trying to flick it back to someone, but no one was there, and Jack Deepole making the mistake, and the pressure stays on in Lake Macquarie's half.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if Western's got the biggest field in the comp. Lakes Macquarie, like Macquarie Field will be up there. But yeah, Bear Park's a very good field, that's for sure.
Played host to the Herald WPL Grand Final last season, and that was an absolute cracker. It was a battle of the captains there between Sammy Walker and
that is a very
Evans.
Good and interesting battle between them two. Another good signing for the Eagles with Callum Bauer coming from Western. He's a good little player going through the Jet systems and the Central Coast Mariners youth systems over the years. Hunter Sports High student as well. Very handy signing for the Eagles boys.
Well, definitely add to that back line that we talked about, that fantastic back line of Edgeworth. They don't usually let in all too many goals, do they?
Yeah, I can say if you score against Edgeworth, then
you're doing pretty well.
you pretty much, if you can't make finals, that's your biggest accomplishment of the year. I'd take it, that's for sure.
Well, speaking of which, actually, they've only actually conceded 1 goal throughout the 3 games of this Heritage Cup competition.
Yeah, okay. Who was that? Let's go against.
Oh, that's against Wallsend, my boys.
The Wallsend boys, yeah, the Devils.
But in saying that as well, it was actually a penalty also. So, I mean, they actually haven't conceded a goal from open play yet this competition. And the way this is going, 1-0 up at the moment, it doesn't seem all too likely. As almost a mistake there, though, from Lake Macquarie. I mean, Edgeworth, though, making a few slips up in the middle of the park there, actually. There's a bit of a Boys struggling to get control of the ball in the middle. Tidy, he's trying to give it to Oliver Smith and almost trying to fool
Good defending by Cameron.
The other games for Edgeworth, a 4-0 victory against New Lambton, and then 4-0 as well against West Wallsend in the semi-finals. There's a bit of a kerfuffle going on over there of sorts. Stephen Lowe just trying to settle it out. Probably saying, boys, just remember it's a trial game. It was a pre-season game, we should say, but not exactly a trial game. There is something at stake. There's a trophy at stake today.
Any piece of silverware you can get.
Piece of
it's
history,
always going to
really.
be a bit of a physical battle for a trophy. Knowing how eager both coaches are, Nick Webb and Zaney. Any piece of silverware is a good bit of silverware.
Considering as well for Lake Macquarie, the last piece of silverware they won was in 2016, the UFM Northern League 1 Premiership. But in terms of grand finals and championships of sorts, they actually haven't won since 2006 when they won the NPL, Northern New South Wales.
That was against Edgeworth too.
Yes, it was the state cup back then, the state league.
Yeah, the NBN State League.
That was back in 2006.
That was a while ago, that's for sure.
It's been almost 13 years since Macquarie have won, I guess, a top flight piece of silverware. If the scores stay the same, still a long time to go, but if they do stay the same, it'll be another year without silverware, or another pre-season. They'll have to, might still be a chance for the NPL Premiership. It's a nice ball here from Kimber Ross, or thought it was, but Josh Evans is going to dispatch it over his head, puts up the bomb, and Williams unable to control it, pops up for him. Cox with the ball now, and he finds Daniel Miners sitting in the middle of the park.
Stephen Laurie with the awesome touch.
He is actually quite a good footballer. I've seen him play before. Probably could be playing in the league if it wasn't for his...
surprise me.
He's fantastic.
He was a good player back in the day.
Well, it's not like he's old, is it? You won't like hearing that one. It's Josh Rose, I should say. He does fantastically to keep that cross in play, and now switched it over to Callum Bauer. Jackson, far side of your screens. A little dink over the top to Bowers. A nice ball. He cuts it over. Can Sorelli get onto it? He can. It's too high, though. Ciarelli looking dangerous in there, isn't he? In this left edge.
Yeah, he's
making runs into the box. Getting some good shots away, but just unable to keep it down at the moment.
He loves to get involved, that's for sure, early on. That's a very good sign of a good player ahead for the future. I don't know what his career's been like, but yeah, he's shown good promising signs so far in this match.
You can see Lake Macquarie with their almost playing 3 at the back, or 5 in the back really, if you count the 2 wide backs.
Yeah, I think it'd be more of a 3-5-2 in attack, and then in terms of defence, they go into a back 5.
You can see now D-Bolt, Sam Webb coming back in the back line, and it's so hard to break down when they've got 5 at the back.
They'll have sore legs at the end of the game, that's for sure. Get the ice baths ready.
So wayward pass there from Josh Lowe. There's going to be a second substitution made.
Joey Kasic, number 7, looks like he's coming on for number 6, Tom Walker.
Tom Walker looks like he's hobbling a little bit. Not sure what.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on there. Joey Kasic with the fresh haircut, the Heritage Cup final, a nice little fade.
Straight from the barbers. He's slotting into the back line there with Tom Walker. So that's not a great sign, so for Lake Macquarie, if Tom Walker is hobbling, if he's got a bit of a niggle, something they might have to sort out. Both teams having maybe some injury scares so far to begin this grand final and begin 2019 season, as Smith does well to keep the ball, and then Williams so much pressure on him by Miners.
Edgeworth playing very high, that's for sure. I think Edgeworth are a bit similar to Lakes at the moment, depending how they go, but they like to play their wing-backs high, and worst comes to worst, they get caught out. Don Bazzari sits in, helps out with Joshy Evans and Callum. And watch it spread now. Tyson Jackson out on the wing.
He's going to head it down to himself and then He's looking to play a tidy. Bauer into the feet of Smith. Smith does well. Find the ball and control the ball, and Bazari now with it. Bazari, a little dink. Back to Smith. Smith already scored 4 goals in this competition as well.
He's a big boy, isn't he?
Hasn't been in Newcastle very long either.
Very tall.
Only signed a couple of weeks ago for Edgeworth. Scored 2 against Wallsend and then 2 again against West Wallsend. Ciarelli with the ball now. He's in the corner and he's done well. He's kept the ball in. Can he get across in now? He can.
Ooh.
A tidy with the ball, looking for a second, but not to be. Stuart playing, gobbling it up and just taking his time with it now.
Looks like he's going to send this one forward. Maybe a Mitch Hunter flick on, hopefully. Joshy Evans with the interception.
The shin pad interception. It's Bazari now. Tidy. And Jackson just going to slow the pace down a little bit. And there he goes, long to Will Bauer. He's in the corner.
Nick Webb out of his technical seat at the moment. Looks like he's trying to get a calm turn on things, but he doesn't seem too upset with the play so far.
Well, hasn't been all too much wrong. I mean, other than that one chance really that Edgeworth, one, I guess, full chance that Edgeworth had. The others have probably been half chances, you could say, to have scored goals, but it only really came from a Josh Evans
great
brilliant
solo
run,
run,
down the edge here, the left edge.
Left-hand side.
That's been only the real difference between the sides. Lake Macquarie, admittedly though, haven't been able to have too many fantastic chances. Probably the only chance you could really say is that Tom Walker bomb that he tried to...
Yeah, Tom Walker bombshell.
He's attempted a bombshell. That's probably hasn't been too much. It's been a bit of a battle between midfield at the moment, I'd say.
Just a bit overhit there by Tyson. See the idea that he was trying to do.
Barber now. Barber getting pressure.
Oh,
He's
here
made
we
a
are.
bit of a mistake here. Stuart cleaning up. He's gone for the open goal.
Well covered by Shuey there. Bit eager, Don Bazari with the shot.
Saw there was no goalkeeper at home. Thought he could
Nick won.
really just place it in as well. He didn't put his laces through it at all. Was looking for the side foot into the back of the net, but obviously getting a bit too much on it and curling it
He'll
away.
blame the wind on that shot.
Chances coming for Edgeworth at the moment.
Yeah, the game's starting to open up now.
As we said, Edgeworth is such a good defensive side, and they do force you to make mistakes like that we just saw from, I think it was Jaden Barber. Barber with the ball now again. He's going to try and force a pass. Not really on though. Campbell Ross wasn't really there just yet. And Edgeworth once again with the ball at their feet.
Here's Sammy Walker with the pressure.
Oh, Josh Lowe doing well to escape the
very
reigning
calm
player
and
of the
collected.
year. And now Edgeworth got a bit of space on their hands.
Very
it's going to
calm.
come wide to Josh Rose. He's got oodles of space on the left-hand side here. He crosses it in. It's got a bit of deflection. Bounced out
Tyson.
to Jackson, but Jackson can't get it to it first. Throw into Edgeworth, though, piling on the pressure. Maybe another throw-in. What's an interesting stat to mention as well in these M Control Heritage Cup Grand Final matches that no game has actually been won in, as we have a bit of a chance here. We'll come back to that in a second. Josh Rose with the ball now. Will he shoot? Trying to get him to his left peg, but he can't. Good defence there from Lake Macquarie, and now Lake's trying to break quickly.
Yeah, here we are. Counter attack by Lake.
Sammy
Let's see how he
Walker.
goes.
Josh Evans too
Yeah,
quick.
that's where the experience comes in. Well done there by Joshy Evans.
As I was saying though, no grand final has been decided in normal time. It's been penalties each year. This is the third instalment of the M Control Heritage Cup, and we've seen the first one was Adamstown winning in penalties over Edgeworth. That was at the Lake Macquarie Regional Football Facility, and then last year at Jack McLaughlin, as a tidy gets the ball, tried to get a toe in. The last year at Edgeworth's home ground, it was Adamstown and Western, which the Bears won in penalties. So we will have some new champions this year as well. Two sides that have never won the Heritage Cup before, so we're going to have a definite new champion here today. Daniel Miners does well there in the middle of the park to hold off Williams, and he's still got the ball. He's done very well there. Mitch Hunter now, and he's got a bit of pressure from Bazzari and Ciarelli. Ross now, he's trying to get at him a little bit. Not many options though, just gets into the box to Sammy Walker, who's trying to control it down, I think, for Mitch Hunter to have a bit of a shot at, but...
Great touch, Will Bauer.
And now it's the blink of an eye. It's turned around the other way, and Ciarelli with the ball now.
1v1.
Can he get past Bauer? He cuts it back onto the right foot.
Good defending by Cameron.
Looking for a cross. Williams intercepted there and sorted out by Lake Macquarie.
Great ball by Campbell.
End-to-end stuff here at the moment. Hey! Mitch Hunter has been fouled, and Stephen Lowe's got the yellow card out. And he's going to giving it to Callum Bauer there. Probably
in terms of Edgeworth defence, that challenge had to be made.
Yeah, I was just about to say, probably a tackle that needed to be made, but a bit of a chance here on the edge of the box. It's not too far out, and it's definitely, I'd say, in Sam Walker's range. We've seen him recently in the last couple of seasons score some absolute pearlers from this position, so I would not put it past him right now. And it seems like he likes it as well. He's trying to get the wall to sell up. He's having a bit of a chat to Stephen Lowe there. Stephen Lowe, I should say, not Lowe.
He has scored some belters over the years, Sammy Walker.
And you can see as well, no one else coming up to stand next to the free kick, not even to put off the keeper. They know who's going to be taking it. Lake Macquarie know who's going to be taking it as soon as that free kick's given, so...
Let's see what he's going to do here. If I had to guess, like playing with him in previous years, he's going to have a crack on goal. Let's see how he goes.
And it's blocked by the Edgeworth wall. Ciarelli trying to get the ball going forward quickly. Bauer now. Bauer's found Smith. Smith with his back to the defender. A tidy. Can he get a cross over the top? No, he can't. Looking for Ciarelli. Ciarelli putting pressure now on Diebold.
Campbell's shown some nice tidy touches, that's for sure, in this first half.
Diebold to Sammy Walker. Sammy Walker was, I think he was a bit bemused by his touch. Tried to just flick it over the top of the Edgeworth defence. Probably not on as Sam Webb gets the ball in, but it's going to go too long. The goal kick come, and you wouldn't think too much longer in this first half. As we said, halves only going for 35 minutes. So they're not the full length, regulation length of 45 minutes. This game's 20 minutes shorter. And a reminder as well, the winner of this grand final not only will be the Heritage Cup champions, but the best player, the man of the match, will also be decided by a bit of a Newcastle football legend, Cole Cohen. The man of the match will be receiving the Cole Bunny Cohen Man of the Match award. Ciarelli.
Yeah, he's my tip for man of the match so far with the way he's been playing, number 10 for Edgeworth.
He's been doing well on this left edge. Josh Rose almost controls it with his neck. And Williams unable to keep the ball at the moment.
Oh, right on his beak.
The tidy gets a nice shot to the face there. I think it was, not sure who, I think it might have been the boot of Walker. You might feel that one tomorrow morning, that's for sure. Steve-Boy trying to take on Ciarelli down the outside. Here's a nice battle here. Still going at it, but it looks like Ciarelli with the ball, but Voss comes over and helps out. Sammy Walker now. D-Bolt. He's going to cross it in the middle of the box, but there's absolutely no one in there. Bit of a hopeful cross, I guess you could say. Josh Lowe just smacking it down, and as we said, this pitch is quite wide and there is a lot of space on this field. As soon as they're winning the ball, both teams just looking to get it into space. The tidy now, he's going to toe poke it out to Tyson Jackson, back in the middle to Ciarelli.
Oh.
Not able to get his shot cleanly away. He's had a few goes at goal at the moment. It's still planning goal. So far, Tidy's the only one that's gotten past Stuart Plant. Mitch Hunter with it. Giving it to Sammy Walker. He's controlled it well and he's dispatched it over the top to Miners. We're looking for Miners, but Josh Evans will watch it.
The idea was right there by Sammy, trying to find Daniel Miners there.
Rose. Evans now. Looking for Ciarelli, and there's a great ball over the top. He's going to take on Barber. The Roosters going to keep the ball there. Can they keep it in? They have.
Yeah, it's still in play.
Cox has done well there, and Miners can get to Ross.
Nice little touch.
Nice little 1-2 there between Diebold and Ross, but
Oh, we've got to play down for Lakes here.
Doesn't
Looking
look good news there for
Jaden Barber. Yeah, Jaden Barber.
That would be another player who's coming off with injury. We've seen already.
Speaking to him a couple of weeks ago, he's actually said he's had a few knee problems, so I don't know if it's the same knee maybe, but hopefully...
It doesn't look good at the moment, does it?
Hopefully it's not bad news for him. He doesn't look too good.
Yeah, he's getting helped off the field, so looks like they'll be making a substitution, you would have to think. The second substitution of the day. As we said before earlier today, there is unlimited substitutions in the Heritage Cup.
Just looking at the bench now, it looks like... what do we got here?
So he's coming in. Looks like
number
Adam
16.
Mitchell, actually. Adam Mitchell coming onto the field.
Yeah, okay.
He was, I believe, the captain for the 18s Lake Macquarie side that
his
played
father's
in the
involved
grand
with the
final.
club too at Lake Macquarie. Very good bloke.
He's part of the side that took on the Jets youth. Jets 16s last season at McDonald Jones Stadium in the NPL under 18s grand final. So he's out on the pitch now too, and there's two substitutions both made in the defensive line for Lake Macquarie. Tom Walker coming off as well as Barber. It's that new man now with the ball, Mitchell. Down the line to Diebold, and he's got a bit of space on his hands here to work with, and he's made a bit of a clunker again of it. And Sam Walker giving him a bit of a look afterwards, because he gave him a bit of a talking to after that.
Just needs to relax a bit, Jack. Just get a bit of a breather and try and go back to the simples. Keep it simple. Headed on, will be able to Josh Rose.
Josh Rose looking for a cross. Just gives it back to Bauer. Said Bauer does well to get a bit of space on his hands. Can they get a cross in?
Offside.
It's in the back of the net, but it is offside. It's a tidy finish by Oliver Smith, wasn't it? But
great ball in by Will Bauer as well.
Smith did well to react to it. If someone was trailing a bit behind, that would have been a nice little poacher's goal of sorts. Williams giving the ball away in the middle of the park there, and Lake Macquarie pressing on once again, looking for an equaliser, but unable to get anything really going in that final third at the moment. They're doing well to get it up there, but just that final pass, final couple of passes, just not really working out for the Roosters right now. And there's some numbers here for Edgeworth. Bit of a hard ball to control there from Ciarelli.
Still in play.
A battle there with Mitchell, and Stephen Lowe's is going to bring it back.
Looks like it's gone out.
Just over the
just past the grandstand.
Maybe the Roosters throw in. Yep. That far bottom left corner, or close bottom left corner, I should say.
Yeah, Campbell, the number 10 for Lake Macquarie, has been playing good so far. Getting nice little tidy touches in. He's getting involved whenever he can.
Too, isn't he?
Yeah.
Tidy.
It's never an easy time against an Edgeworth midfield. Daniel Miners with the through ball to Mitch Hunter.
And Hunter find a way through into the box now. He takes him onto his right foot.
Sammy
finds
Walker.
Oh. Walker looked like he was faking a shot to get it onto his right. Instead, the left foot's come in contact with the ball and just dribbled to Josh Lowe in goals. And that's a chance that really you would expect Sam Walker, and you see him 9 times out of 10 put those ones away.
Yeah.
And he'll be pretty mad with himself, you can expect.
Yeah, he'll be very disappointed with himself on that one.
Could have easily been 1-1 and back to square in this one. Oliver Smith, he's
still
onside here. Gets across, he tries to.
Corner kick Edgeworth now.
These two actually met back in a another pre-season tournament, also in 2006, another pre-season tournament grand final, the President's Cup, back in the day.
Back in the day.
Which Edgeworth actually won that game though, 3-0 in 2006, but they have met in a pre-season tournament final before, 13 years ago.
The more you know.
Cross comes in again and flicked away by Sam Webb. Williams has got it now, but he's turned straight into Sam Walker there, and Stephen Lowe said that will do us for one half of football. So at half-time here at Rockwell Automation Park, it is 1-0 to the Edgeworth Eagles over Lake Macquarie City Roosters here in the M Control Heritage Cup Grand Final for 2019. Trent, bit of an interesting half. Both teams having opportunities. The Eagles, though, probably having more, you could say. Deserving of the lead, do you think, going into the break?
Yeah, I think so. They've had most of the possession and, you know, more chances going forward, more chances on goal. Nothing against Lakes, like they're still in the contest, still another half of football to go. But, yeah, at the moment, Edgeworth's looking the strongest side in terms of getting involvement and more possession.
Well, make sure you don't go anywhere. This half... This game's still a lot of football to be played still. As we saw even in the dying stage of that first half, there's a lot of space out there, a lot of room to manoeuvre. So I dare say there'll be probably a few more goals in this game, a few more opportunities at least. And we're looking forward to it, Trent. Make sure you don't go anywhere.
It's going to be good.
We'll be back in a few minutes for the second half of the M Control Heritage Cup Grand Final. Hello and welcome back to Bar TV Sports' coverage of the 2019 M Control Heritage Cup Grand Final here at Rockwell Automation Park, the home of the Western Bears usually, but today Edgeworth Eagles, Lake Macquarie going at it for the first piece of silverware in 2019. At the moment, Edgeworth with a 1-0 lead. However, we've seen opportunities for Lake Macquarie as well, and we're setting ourselves up for a fantastic second half of football. My name is Quentin Connors, also known as Q. I'm joined today by Trent Partridge. Mate, great second half on offer, I reckon.
Yeah, fingers crossed so. It looks like both teams have made no changes at the moment. Well, at the break, so let's see if that game opens up a bit and see more chances and maybe hopefully a few more goals.
Well, for Lake Macquarie, they'll be definitely hoping for a few more goals. Didn't have all too many chances. A bit of friendly fire there by Bauer onto Jackson. I've just been notified as well during the break that Josh Corelli, not Surelli, so apologies for him if he's watching back later on. Obviously not at the moment because he's out on the pitch at the moment on the far side of his screens. It's Don Bazzari cleaning up there in the midfield and then knocking a brilliant ball over to Josh Rose on the far side of the screen. But we talked about Trent earlier on in the day. We've mentioned it during the game as well. The width that Bear Park has to it is one of the wider fields in Newcastle and I guess the Hunter region as well. And it really does make for a bit of an interesting battle because there is so much space, especially later on in the game. There's a lot of space both out wide, but definitely in the middle of the park there's a lot of space as legs start to tire. So hopefully that will mean a lot of goals.
Yeah,
a lot of chances at least.
Up, that's for sure. You'll see spaces unravel in spaces you don't think that would. So
tidy with the ball now, and he finds Bauer in the middle. Bit of a poor touch, but it still falls to his teammates, but unable to keep the ball there.
Nice little sunset over Bear Park.
Yeah, it's a nice little scenery at the moment here in Western.
Great ball by Charlie Cox to Sam Webb there.
And a great touch as well as he gets at him. Now Tyson Jackson, and he's going to try and get round him. And now gets a cross in. It's a good cross. Headed down. Here comes Diebold.
Sammy Walker.
Sammy Walker with the ball now. Can he get a left foot shot away? He does, but it's instantly blocked by Don Bazzari.
Great
now
defending.
Edgeworth back on the offensive.
Josh Corelli.
Bauer looking for Corelli. Can't get it to him though. And Daniel Miners now looking for a free man, but he just finds an Edgeworth foot instead. Wouldn't this just set the tone? An Edgeworth Eagles M Control Heritage Cup victory. Wouldn't that just set the tone for the 2019 NPL season as Josh Rose does spectacularly over there. Now can he get a ball in?
Oh.
Bit of a bobble.
Looks
as
like
he
he's going to go near stick then.
Might have just crept inside Stuart Plant's post, but not to be. Corner kick coming for Edgeworth. Looks like Tyson Jackson, but as I was saying, wouldn't this just set it up for a massive season for the Eagles? If they can win here today,
it'll be a massive confidence booster, that's for sure.
And a bit of a warning to the rest of the sides in the competition. They already knew that Edgeworth is fantastic, but
they just seem to get stronger every year.
Ball comes whipped in, and Stuart Plant getting a glove to it. But it seems every year we always say Edgeworth, maybe not this year. Maybe this isn't the year that they win the premiership again, or maybe not the year they qualify for the grand final. And as we see, the past 4 seasons has not been the case.
Yeah.
They were doubted again last year after losing a lot of players. Haven't really lost too many this season. And as you can see, once again, they're playing extremely well. Lake Macquarie doing their best, though, to combat them at the moment.
Yeah, competition for spots at Edgeworth would be a very tough time, like especially if you're trying to be a young fella trying to get a chance into the first grade squad. But even then, like, you've seen Zaney in previous interviews, like, if you're good enough, you're old enough, as you can see with all the youngsters from Edgeworth growing up over the years and one's coming in now.
Be interesting to gauge the average age out there as well for Edgeworth, because at the moment there's not many too experienced or too old players. Obviously you have Josh Rose, he'd be one of the outliers.
Yeah, he'd probably be the oldest on the park at the moment.
Same with Joshy Evans, he'd probably be up there for second oldest as well. Don Bazzari, he's up there with experience. But in terms of the rest of the team, not that old, not too experienced, but still very talented.
Yeah, most of these boys will be in their early 20s or, 18, 19.
It's Josh Corelli now on the outside, using that speed.
He has got some pace
done
behind him.
extremely well to get around Mitchell there. Can he get a cross in? He was looking for it. And I thought they might have ricocheted off him.
He's got some speed behind him, hasn't he, the youngster?
He's done extremely well there, and he goes from 1 to 100 real quick, doesn't he? Off the mark pace that you need to get around defenders, he's got it, and then some. Showing it on offer just then. He's coming short for a corner now as well, but Jackson decides to instead. Oh no, he changes his mind. He's going to go short now. Really, ball into the box. And a horn almost putting them off.
Yeah, gone out for an Edgeworth throw-in. Jack couldn't get there, unfortunately.
And they've set the tone as well in the second half, really putting the pressure on. Macquarie barely getting out of their own half at the moment. Not the best start of the half when you're chasing the lead as well. Williams now, looks like he was setting up for a launching shot as Josh Rose now. He's going to have a crack.
Good defending by the youngster, Adam Mitchell.
Charles Cox, he scored an absolute worldie in their first match against West Wallsend.
Yeah, it was a very good strike on the edge of the box, top left-hand corner, picked that one out.
Turned out to be the winning strike as well in that 3-2 victory against the Bluebells, who this afternoon faced off with Western in the 3rd and 4th playoff.
West Wallsend being the 2-0 winners for that game. Goal scorers were Ty Jones and Cameron Smart.
So a good start as well for West Wallsend in their attempt to return to the New FM Grand Final as Mitch Hunter does well to keep the ball, and it's going to be a foul just on the edge of the 18-yard box.
Who's going to line up for this one? Looks like Sammy's keen to try and better his other first attempted free kick hitting the wall earlier on.
Well, you can't imagine there'd be too many candidates for Lake Macquarie other than the old Sammy Walker. Well, Mitch Hunter, he's having a bit of a look at it. He might have a go with the left foot of his.
Well, with his goal scoring form, I wouldn't put it past him if he wants to have a crack, that's for sure. Be very interesting to see who lines up for this one.
My money still's on Walker. He hits it. It's a good-looking shot, but it doesn't curl back quick enough.
Not enough wind behind it on that one.
Josh Lowe didn't look too troubled by the shot.
Hasn't Josh Lowe grown as a goalkeeper in the last year?
Recently featured as a player to watch on the NPL social media pages. And isn't he ever as well? Following in the footsteps of Nate Cavalieri, who was the goalkeeper of the year when he left to go join Kingston in the NPL Victoria. And they're big shoes to fill as well, especially coming to a club like Edgeworth that, the expectations are so high. To come into that side and continue being a force. It's Corelli again, using that speed, and this time unable to get away from Mitchell though. But yeah, big season ahead for Josh Lowe, you would think, in between the sticks for Edgeworth. Bit of miscommunication there between Mitchell and Hunter not too happy about it either. Rose chests it down. Troubled there by Kimball Ross. Really unable to get past Diebold that time. A bit of space here for Mitch Hunter. He's going to try and take him on, get onto his left foot there, gets a shot away. Callum Bauer did brilliantly though to get in the way of it. And now there's some space for Edgeworth.
On the run. Good defending again, Cameron Holzheimer.
And he's won the throw-in as well. Fantastic football there from Holzheimer. We're just highlighting Edgeworth's goalkeeper. The other side of the field as well. You've got Oliver Smith now. As Hunter, though, we'll get back to that in a second. He's kept the ball, and Evans, bit of a swipe at the back of his legs there. So Motorbike just cruising on past.
Hunter would have to be the most foul player in today's game, that's for sure.
He's had a couple, and another chance now, and Sammy Walker not going over to it. Looks like Hunter wants
his rights on that free kick now.
We'll just talk about Oliver Smith, the new signing for Edgeworth, in a second, but well, now it looks like there's going to be no free kick taker. Hunter and Walker having a bit of a discussion about it. Charles Cox was going to throw his name in the hat as well, but no, it's going to be back to Hunter, I think.
I think Mitch Hunter will favour this.
Might try and curl it over and around the wall to that right side of the goal. They go straight into the wall instead. Sam Webb with it. He gets a good ball into the back stick, but it's a bit too far, too deep there. Still in play though for Lake Macquarie. Hunter now. Hunter to Cox, and Cox with a bit of a dink over to Miners. Miners can't get in on goal though. And as I said about Oliver Smith from Brisbane, signed from the Brisbane Strikers, as well as he's also played at the Western Pride, based in Ipswich. And he's already shown what he's capable of, and he could potentially, we always do see strikers pop up. There's a mistake here from Bauer. Sammy Walker's got a chance, gives it to Hunter, it goes over the bar. And you have to think that was a golden opportunity.
Yeah, like
to equalise
really
the
capitalise
score
on that to get back into the game.
You don't get many better chances at this level,
especially against the Eagles.
Almost a costly error for the Eagles.
But Edgeworth's transformation in terms of trying to win the ball back. We've never seen so many quick players back behind the ball, and that's good signs as a good team. In terms of into the longer stages of the year to try and win games, even if you have to grind them out.
Calls for handball there on Tyson Jackson, but to no avail. Yeah, bizarrely, the throwing's going to go against him actually. And Macquarie's ball. They might be able to add their first piece of trophy. First piece of silverware, I should say, sorry, to their cabinet of sorts after this game. But also, if they do win the premiership this year, there's a lot of records on offer for them to break and equal. As Sam Webb going down the left-hand side there, and
Tyson Jackson conceding the foul there.
With a sliding challenge. Stephen Lowe saying it wasn't fair. But if the Eagles do win the premiership this season, it will be equaling the record for the most consecutive premierships with 5. A feat that Adamstown and Rosebuds did in the 80s as the ball gets crossed in. It's a good looking one. Campbell Ross now shoots it, but it hits his teammate instead. Not sure if that would have gone in, but nevertheless, and a free kick here. Well, the other record on offer as well for the Eagles, though, is that if they do win the premiership, will not only just equal most consecutive, they'll actually break the record for the most premierships ever. Another record held by Adamstown, which they equaled in 2018. So, could be a record-breaking season for the Eagles, this one, 2019. We'll have to wait and see.
Tell, that's for sure.
Oliver Smith doing well there. Strong, and it gets a good ball over to Corelli, but it's just going to fade out a little bit.
Quick enough.
Had that nice curve on it, and a nice captain's battle over there once again between Evans and Walker.
Just couldn't get a hold of it then.
Walker now, he's got some space in front of him. He's going to go the long ball.
Great ball to Sam Webb.
Laterally across the field. And Webb is putting in the box. There's no one really there anyway, though.
Handball there, Charlie Cox. You can sense the kind of pressure I think Lakes are feeling at the moment, trying to get that goal back.
Trying to swing the momentum at the moment, and they are doing so in a way. They have had a few chances. Balls into the box have been a bit of a target for them at the moment, and you can see Edgeworth, just another pass there by Josh Evans. Bit of a hopeful ball, and they're the kind of balls you see being played when teams are under pressure. And they are feeling the pressure. Daniel Miners doing well now. Can he find a foot? And he does find Sam Walker
unlucky.
perfectly almost, but a bad touch from Sam Walker. Cox does well to get it out to Diebold. He's got Josh Rose now circling him around the front. He's just going to come back instead. That's just a wayward ball by Charlie Cox.
As I said earlier, I think there's a bit of sense of pressure in terms of trying to get that goal back from Lakes. They just need to stay a little bit calm. Like, chances will come. Just get their foot on the ball and play it simple.
That's a nice ball there from Rose. Finds Smith. He's going to put him to his right peg. Trying to find a tidy. The goal scorer so far. And what's interesting as well, we did note the fact that there's unlimited substitutions in this game.
Yeah, and considering there's only been a couple.
Yeah, however, Edgeworth have only made one, I believe, and that was the injured Liam Spurway coming off for Williams in the middle of the park there, and then Macquarie, the two they've made as well have relatively probably been from injuries also.
Yeah, Tom Walker and Jaden Barber.
Mitch Hunter now gets a header. Goes into the hands of Josh Lowe though. So it's interesting that both coaches aren't really utilising the substitutions, as Bauer does well to get some space now, and he goes into the box, and a great sliding challenge there by Holsheimer. Corner kick to come though for Edgeworth. If you were a coach, Trent, believe it or not, if you were a coach of one of these sides, would you be making some more substitutions, or would you let the boys out there at the moment ride it out? Especially with the season coming up in a few weeks.
Personally, I would probably get a bit of fresh legs for both sides, depending which team I'd coach. Like, maybe in terms of how Lakes are kind of pressing, kind of, you know, trying to get that goal back, definitely I think some fresh legs wouldn't go astray. In terms of Edgeworth, maybe the same goes for them. They might need a little bit of more fresh legs in terms of, like, maybe defensively, or
a shot coming in there, plant.
Even the odd one in attack to try and just pinch that one. You can see now they're kind of dying off a little bit in terms of tired legs, but yeah.
It might be the change in the tie that they need, getting someone that's a bit more stamina about them at the moment compared to some of these boys that have already played for about 50 minutes or so. Tyson Jackson finds Tidy in there. He does well to keep the ball. Tidy, obviously the man, the hero for Edgeworth in the semi-final leg
Josh
last season.
With the ball.
It's going to be a corner kick to come.
Headed away by Joey Kasich, out for a corner for Edgeworth Eagles.
It wasn't that a brilliant game last year, the second leg of the NPL Northern New South Wales semi-finals last season between Edgeworth and Lambton.
Yeah, unfortunately I wasn't there to watch it live, but thank God for the classic Bar TV that you can watch it on Facebook, stream live.
An incredible ending there, 3 goals in extra time. As a speak of the devil, a substitution's being made for Edgeworth.
Number 19 coming on.
Well, coming off is the man at Williams, who came on during the game beforehand. Ethan Williams coming off, and coming on Archie Finn. There's another youngster coming on as the ball goes over towards where he's just run onto.
Jack headed away the ball, Jack Diebold. Nice little cool breeze at the moment at Rockwell Automation Park.
Well, the sunset's gone away. We've now got the night lights coming on onto the field. They'll soon be in effect, you'd think, as the sun quickly goes down. Might just be in time for the conclusion of this one.
Any tips on your man of the match for today's game, Q, at all?
Well, if it stays the same, you'd have to think that it's going to go to an Edgeworth player, and there are a few. I mean, as we talked about, Corelli, he's been good on that left flank, but I think as well, I mean, the defence, Josh Evans has been sound and sturdy as he always is. Will Bauer's also been pretty dangerous up front. With
he's been involved in a lot of the play as well.
Some great runs he's been making up front. So, I mean, there's a few plays you could pick. I don't think there's been one standout, really. It's been a pretty team effort so far from Edgeworth, as Finn does well and gets the ball. There's a bit of a bobbling ball in there. Smith with it now. He finds a tidy. He's going to go on the left peg. He gets a deflection, and that is 2-0. He gets his second goal, and that just might be the nail in the coffin. Edgeworth taking a 2-0 lead here in the M Control Heritage Cup Grand Final.
That's very unlucky there for Lakes, but a very good, steady finish, including the deflection.
A cruel deflection really for Stuart Plant. Looked like he had it covered, and it was quite late as well. And with the momentum was changing, Macquarie had their chances to equalise, and it seems they're going to rue them, because now it's a much more difficult task for the Roosters. Chasing a 2-goal lead. It's Mitch Hunter trying to get onto it.
Campbell with the
he's
shot.
Had a go at it, and it's forced a terrific save from Josh Lowe. Diving to his left. Brilliant from the Edgeworth keeper. A great shot and an even better save. Well, that would have just turned the tide as well, wouldn't it?
Yeah, that's certainly the save of the season in terms of the Heritage Cup. Very good save. Great shot by Campbell Ross too of Lake Macquarie.
Cross comes in, falls to Daniel Moniz. He's juggling it. It's got a bit of a thought it took a handball. It is a handball. It's going to be just outside the box there. Wasn't sure that Stephen Lowe was actually going to call that for a second there. Thought that
he had second thoughts by the look of it.
Another chance here. They've had a few of these chances as well, just outside the box. Sam Walker, he's had about 3 shots, I think. Maybe 2 shots. Mitch Hunter's had a couple as well.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see if Lakes can get one back here. They could still be in the contest, depending how long we've got. As we said earlier, have no time clock on us, but let's see what can happen here.
Sam Walker hits it. It's curling around, but not quick enough.
Just wide there, Sammy Walker.
Looking for the far post on that occasion rather than trying to go over the wall, trying to go around it instead. Edgeworth still up 2-0 in this Heritage Cup Grand Final. Lake Macquarie have had their chances though. We've seen a couple of times.
Very end-to-end stuff, Q, that's for sure.
We've had a couple of times that you would think that Lake Macquarie would normally score. And they have scored throughout this competition. Sammy Walker, he's got 3 in 3 games. Mitch Hunter, he's got 7 in 3 games as Smith almost gets it through there. He's got here a bit of space for Corelli. Can he get a cross in? He goes for the shot instead. It's saved. Falls for Finn. Atari again. Can he get a hat-trick? He can't. It's blocked instead. And now it's Sam Walker looking for a long ball over the top there. Mitch Hunter, he's onside.
He looked offside there.
But his header doesn't matter anyway. His header's going to go over the sideline. And now maybe Lake Macquarie pushing up a little bit, looking for just a slither of hope to get a goal, and leaving their own box pretty empty just then, their own penalty box.
Yeah.
A few chances for Edgeworth to get a shot away. They're just going to take their time now with it. Josh Rose and Josh Evans just passing it between themselves.
Great
Walker,
ball.
great ball over the top.
Well read by Josh Evans, yeah.
Josh Evans.
Experience comes in.
Once again intercepting Mr. Consistency for the Edgeworth Eagles. Captain Consistency, you could call him, really. Daniel Miners gets it over the top to Campbell Ross. He tried to flick it past Evans.
Yeah, Joshy Evans has kind of surprised me how no A-League clubs picked him up, because he'd be, in terms of the NPL competition in Northern New South Wales, he'd be my first pick that I'd have at an A-League club.
Well, his side now has got a bit of space to work with. Corelli with the ball. He flicks it on to Smith. It's Oliver Smith. It's saved though. Force for Corelli. Another save by Stuart Plant. And the third shot by Archie Finn can't really get away. 2 top saves there by Stewie Plant. 1 on Oliver Smith, and then the follow-up again by Corelli.
Looks like Lakes are making the change. If Stephen can get the linesman on show, yes he can. Campbell Ross looks to be coming off on for Tyson Cummings.
Interesting substitution as well, because Campbell Ross has been playing pretty fantastically today. I'd say one of his better players.
Lake's favourite player for today, in terms of playing good.
As we said, we've got Cole Cohen on the sideline here watching on as a cross comes in, or potentially a chance there for Will Bauer. Cohen will be deciding the man of the match and the Cole Cohen medalist. the player of the match at the grand final in the Heritage Cup. The man who really did it all in football in both this region and around Australia. As Will Bauer now finds Josh Rose. Can he get a shot away? He's going to cross it instead to Smith.
Oh, disallowed.
No
offside.
goal. Offside flag is up.
2 offside goals there for him.
Yes, he's done that twice today, hasn't he?
Yeah.
And Lake Macquarie still in this by maybe the skin of their teeth. Maybe not done just yet. Mitch Hunter. Oh, it looked like he had a bit of space on his hand, but maybe he looked too far ahead and a bit of a slip there.
Will Bauer, great ball.
Stuart Planters coming sprinting out there to get it. He was offside anyway. The linesman has his flag up, and Stephen Lowe's now been notified of that. And what is interesting is just, what is so great to watch is Edgeworth, every time they get it, even though pressure is surging against them, so to speak, that Lake Macquarie just pushing and pushing, trying to score a goal, they still look so calm every time they've got it at their feet. They don't look rattled, despite the fact that Lake Macquarie are trying to throw what they can at them. And it might be a brilliant start to 2019 for the Eagles. As Sam Walker with it now, trying to slip through. Mitch Hunter there, he collects it back up anyway. Now he's looking for Daniel Miners and his support, but not on. And now there's a few tired legs coming back for Lake Macquarie, and Edgeworth looking to take advantage. Smith taking on Joey Kasich. Can he get a shot away? He's going to try and cut it back, I think, instead. Rolls it to a tidy. He goes for the shot, but takes a deflection over the top of the goal.
It's going to be by Adam Mitchell.
Going to be a corner kick. And if the scores stay the same, this will be the first Heritage Cup grand final that has been decided in normal time. Edgeworth Eagles with one hand on the trophy at the moment, you could say. Lake Macquarie backs against the wall, needing to score soon to have any chance of getting back in this. Dom Bazari looking to curl it in. Plant collecting the ball though and getting it out wide quick. D-ball just can't find anyone, only finds Josh Lowe, who collects up the scraps. Another offside flag there for, I think it was Oliver Smith again. That might be something he has to work on in preparation for the NPL season. Trying to just stay in behind.
Sure, Zaney will do something for him at training. They'll figure something out for him.
Dom Bazari. Toe in there by Daniel Miners and finding Sam Walker. And seems Sam Walker's come in a bit deeper now, trying to find the ball at his feet. Wanting to try and take responsibility of this game, as Bauer does well, like he has all game. Tyson Jackson had a bit of a stumble there, and now Lakes boys just getting in each other's way.
Unintentional good touch before.
So when Bauer collecting the scraps once again. Had a bit of a clip, but no. Stephen Lowe says go on. Daniel Miners with it now. He's pushed it out wide to Diebold. Can he get a cross in? He does towards the back. Mitch Hunter. Sam Walker tries the spectacular, but instead just spectacularly fails. And Archie Finn, he's done well to keep it, and then puts a great ball in, and Smith once again offside.
They're not calling the offside, they're calling a foul back here on halfway.
Oh, no advantage. I guess by Stephen Lowe, and it looks like Edgeworth just making a substitution. Looks like it's going to be Corelli coming off the field.
He's had a great game today.
Absolutely fantastic game. Coming onto the field for Edgeworth, another one of their youngsters, Tabgura. Apologies if that is not the right pronunciation.
Edgeworth fans very impressed with youngster Josh Corelli's performance there.
And as you would be as well, he's had a fantastic game, and I'm sure someone that Cole Cohen is thinking about the Cole Cohen Bunny or the Cole Boney medal for today's match.
Nice beautiful colours in the sky at Rockwell Automation there.
Yeah, hopefully that's coming through on your screens as well as it's coming through for us here at the ground. Be a nice backdrop for Edgeworth celebrating at the moment, because they're looking like they're going to win this game. The way it's going is Bauer, some nice tidy feet there, but loses out in the end to Charlie Cox. Coming through here is Cummins. Looks like he might have snuck through there with the ball.
Very good defending by Callum Bauer there.
He's going to go in with it as well, Callum Bauer, looking to try and get a nice deft touch over to Finn. He's a bit out of position here, but as you said, Trent Bazari tucking in like he does. It's Mitch Hunter looking for a ball in too long though, and a nice,
very calm and collected there.
Chest down from Josh Rose. Brewer with the ball there. The far side is dispatched by not Adam Mitchell, I should say. It's Diebold over there. Cummins with the ball now. He finds Miners. Miners bumped off the ball there by Bauer. Referee says play on.
Great
and almost
there,
a
Joey.
great ball in there
Joey
to the middle. Brewer's got the ball now. He's got some space on his hands now. What can the youngster do? But youngster versus youngster, and Anthony Mitchell just wins that battle pretty easily as well.
Substitutions from both sides now.
I think I just accidentally called Adam Mitchell Anthony as well, his dad's name.
His father's name.
A couple of substitutions, to be honest.
So
2 for Lake Macquarie, 1 for Edgeworth.
For Lake Macquarie coming off, we've got Jack Diebold and Samuel Webb. Coming on is number 2, Harry Taylor, and number 17 for Lake Macquarie, which is Nick Charlesworth.
The ball now running out. I think we might have missed the Edgeworth substitution there as well. It was Tom Kowalski's, I think, who's on the field. We'll have to wait and see.
Number 14, I think, has come on.
Yep, Kowalski's is Finn now trying to get the ball, and even though they're down 2 goals at the moment, it doesn't seem there's going to be a corner kick there instead, says Stephen Lowe, but it just doesn't seem like Lakes truly believe they can still win this game. There's not much going forward, not much cohesiveness between the side at the moment. They're just kind of almost seem to have been given up. It might be my mistake from looking up here, but that's how it kind of seems. It's a cross coming in.
Good catch by Stewie Plant there. Trying to get things rolling.
Well, he hasn't given up, that's for sure. Doing his part to keep
the
Roosters,
side, you'll call it.
keeping the Roosters in the game. He's trying his best. Tyson Jackson just heaves it down the field. Charlesworth, trying to find the open man in the box there. It's Cummins, but Daniel Miner's looking for a little chip over the top. It's gone to Sammy Walker. He was offside anyway, though. And just things not working out for Lake Macquarie like they would have hoped. And it's hard not to go past that opportunity midway through the second half that saw a mistake at the back for Edgeworth. Sammy Walker pouncing on it, cutting it across to Mitch Hunter. All he had to do was put it past Josh Lowe in the goal and put it over the bar. You would have thought that would have probably have changed the game.
You'd think so, wouldn't it?
Instead, not to be, and looks like it's going to be Edgeworth with their name on the 2019 Heritage Cup Champions banner.
Very interesting to see how long's left.
Wouldn't think there'd be long to go. Daniel Miner's doing his best to try and keep his side in it. Can't dribble past the Edgeworth midfield though.
Well won there by Cameron Holzmer.
Looking for Finn, and Finn's going to chest it out. Well, it's been a nice little taste to see what's to come in the NPL season in 2019. As I said, all live on Bar TV Sports once again this season. Cannot wait. It's great to have football back as well, isn't it, Trent?
Yeah, football's home, that's for sure. So the Pommies speak.
It has come home. Home to Bar TV Sports. There's a Charlesworth. He's offside, though. Been a few opportunities.
Sammy Walker fuming about that offside.
Yeah, he doesn't agree with the linesman. I was just saying, a few opportunities has been destroyed by the offside flag. This game might have been a whole different story if the offside flag wasn't there. Just saw Stephen Lowe as well have a quick glimpse at his watch, so it mustn't be too long to go in this one. The night lights definitely doing their job at the moment. There's a nice little 1-2 played there by...
Great defending by
nice
Harry.
Ball there. Can Gore get in? No, he can't. It's stopped by Plant. Josh Rose has been good today at that far side as well, hasn't he, on the left-hand side for Edgeworth?
Yeah, considering like through the experience and, you know, the old age kicking in, he's certainly done nothing against his age. He's certainly run some Ks in the legs, done an exceptional job out there on the left side.
Well, he definitely showed last year that he's still got it. Went from playing in the A-League to playing for Edgeworth and took them to a grand final, or helped take them to a grand final. Shot now over the top of the bar. No, it's not. It's going to go out for throwing.
And that is full-time whistle here at Rockwell Automation Park with the score between Edgeworth 2, Lake Macquarie 0.
The Edgeworth Eagles, they are the champions of the 2019 Heritage Cup. A fantastic game, a fantastic campaign really from Edgeworth. And as we said earlier on, they had only conceded 1 goal all competition, and that was a penalty. They didn't concede all competition from open play. A tremendous record for them. Lake Macquarie putting up a brilliant fight, but just not good enough in the end. The Edgeworth Eagles, they are winning the first piece of silverware in 2019. It might be the sign of things to come as well in the NPL season. We'll have to wait and see, but so far in the pre-season, a couple of weeks to go till the season starts. But so far, Edgeworth showing they are still the premier club in this competition.
And just on top of that, Keir, like just for this obviously great pre-season tournament, a big shout out to the 2 new guys into the comp in Minmire Wanderers and Merriweather Advance. Good on them guys for showing good hard work over the couple of weeks that they played here.
Well, Merriweather as well also getting a draw against Cessnock City, who are 4 tiers or so above them. Cessnock City playing in the UFM Northern League 1 and Merriweather playing in the Zone League 2 competition, so definitely batting above their weight there. But it has been a tremendous competition in this format as well. In this format as well, over the course of the few weekends, and instead of the 3-day competition that it was last season, I think it's much better this way as well. You get to see much more fitter sides playing against one another. You get to see, I guess, really the very best. We saw a lot of first graders playing here today as well. You don't really have to, I guess, rest the first grade players, because they do have that time to rest. And we have the presentation coming up for you. We will see Edgeworth being handed the trophy and the banner. David Eland, the CEO of Northern New South Wales Football,
and they will announce the man of the match as well.
Decided by Cole Curran. But we'll let them talk and we'll be back in a second.
I want to start by thanking Western for hosting the final. It's a long season, and the volunteers headed up by their president, Rod Henderson, have done a fantastic job. So a huge thank you for Western for putting your hand up to host ahead of a really long season. So thank you very much to Western. I also want to thank all of the clubs that have participated in the Heritage Cup this year. It's the 135th season of football in this region. That's something that, as part of the football community, that we should be really proud of. We were thrilled to add the Minmire Wanderers to the competition this year. And the Minmire Wanderers, their origins, for those that don't know, is the Minmire Rangers, which was the first club formed in northern New South Wales way back in 1884. So it was fantastic to have them in the competition this year. I just want to, Cole, if you just come out here, just want to acknowledge that Cole Curran is here today, and I'm sure that you all know who Cole is. Cole is an absolute legend of our football community, represented the Socceroos at the 1974 World Cup, played for a host of different clubs, but Cole was telling me today that he finished his career with Edgeworth, so it's fitting that Edgeworth have won the event today. So we might, just before we announce the winner of the Cole Curran medal, we might just thank our match officials. So to Steve and the assistants, thank you very much for today. Congratulations on your appointment. So we're going to announce the winner of the Cole Bunny Curran medal, and it's Jose Atadi is the winner today. So if Jose wants to come out and score 2 goals, well done. So Jose's just told me he's 18, and just something I wouldn't mind mentioning. I was talking to Cole up there a little bit about his career. He was saying at the age of 16, he spent a year over at Manchester United playing youth football over there, full time, getting paid £5 a week. So times have changed, that's for sure. So well done again to Jose. I just want to acknowledge late Macquarie City. Didn't quite get there today, but well done throughout the Heritage Cup, and I'm sure that everyone here welcomes you, wishes you every success in season 2019. So well done. So we'll invite Josh Evans over now, the captain of Edgeworth, the winners of this year's AMP Control Heritage Cup. Huge congratulations to Edgeworth. I want to acknowledge AMP Control's support of the Heritage Cup, and we've got a ball here to present to the Managing Director of AMP Control. So if Rod's available, he can come out, we'll do this. And he just happens to be the President of Western as well, so it's a great fit. So put your hands together for AMP Control. So once again, thanks to everyone for coming out and supporting the Heritage Cup. I hope you get right behind the football this year. As I said, 135th season. Get right behind it. I hope to see you out of the ground during the season. Thank you very much.
Well, that is that for another year of the AMP Control Heritage Cup. It's been absolutely fantastic. As we said, Trent, congratulations to the Edgeworth Eagles winning their first Heritage Cup after losing in the first initial year of the Heritage Cup. But it's a fantastic taste of what is to come here on Bar TV Sports and in the NPL Northern New South Wales. Trent, thank you for joining me today, mate.
No, thank you for having me. Certainly a great experience commentating with you and a different view of the game, that's for sure.
Well,
but yeah,
it's been fantastic having you on, and thank you everyone else for joining us today. We hope you have enjoyed the coverage. Make sure you like Bar TV Sports and the NPL Northern New South Wales for any future games coming up in the season. As I said, the whole season will be live once again in 2019. But until then, thank you for joining us. It is bye from here at Rockwell Automation Park.